Hey guys, welcome to Tech with Devang. This is your friend Devang Sharma, a software development engineer at Cisco and your host and mentor for Complete Java series. In this series, we will cover from the scratch topics like JDK, JVM, and JRE working to the advanced topic of microservices using Spring Boot and Hibernate. So make sure you watch the every video of this series to understand and be a professional developer in Java. Without a further ado, let's start the video. Before starting today's video, I just want to remind that the latest admission batches are open for Launchpad, and in case if you have not registered, do register it immediately. For those who don't know about Launchpad, Launchpad is a wonderful initiative started by Newton School for those who want to learn coding from scratch. As you can see, you can get the free learning at your own pace and zero setup is required from your end. Not just that, it will give you a doubt solving platform and you will get a certificate of completion. It has plenty of resources that are available there, starting from beginner's guide to Java and OOPS, Python course, DS and Algo in Java, CPP, React.js, JavaScript, real-world projects in Python, DBMS and SQL, Node.js, and everything contained that's required for your technical knowledge. In addition to that, the languages courses are available as well. You can see courses both in English and Hindi. To give you an idea about Newton School is one of the best edtech platforms across the country, and it prepares you for your career in tech. Newton School has courses specifically designed for professionals and also for women in tech as well as for freshers. So it prepares you for 6 months starting from the very scratch level to amazing full stack developers at the end of 6 months. And not just that, Newton School has a network of more than 300 wonderful companies which hire from Newton School. So it makes sure that all the students are placed in one of the best companies across the country. And here's not the best part. The best part is that it follows a pay after placement program. So you absolutely have to pay nothing to Newton School until and unless you get a place at a minimum salary of 5 lakh rupees. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the description. Apply today. So in this video, we are going to cover about a very important topic called static keyword. It is extremely useful to know about the static keyword in Java in the context of variables, methods, blocks, and classes. Not only just asked in interview, it is actually used in a lot of professional developments. It has multiple use cases that you will see in the video. So let's come into the static keyword. The static keyword is used for main purpose of memory management. When you apply static keyword with any variable, method, block, or a class, you're saying that it belongs to the instance of the class and not the object of the class. I repeat, the static keyword belongs to the class rather than an instance of the class. That being said, a static can be a static variable, it can be a static method, it can be a static block, or it can be a static class. So we have 4 things here. In addition to that, since it belongs to the class rather than an instance, static variable is also called class variable. Following that same analogy, static methods are also called class method. Let's understand one by one and we will see with the code what example it is reduced and what is the use case for each of it. Let's start with our first type, Java static variables. So if you declare any variable as static, it is called a static variable. And as we discussed, it belongs to the class rather than the instance of the class. The static variable is used to refer the common property of all the objects. Of course, it is not unique for each instance or object of the class. It can be the name of the company or can be name of the college name of the students, for example. Apart from that, the main thing to notice here is that static variable gets memory only once in the class area at the time of class calling. So you don't need to create multiple memories for each instances of the class. All instances of the class will share the same memory for the static variables. If you want to make your program memory efficient, definitely this is the way to go for it. Let's understand this use case with doing a live coding on the Newton School IDE. So as you can see, here I have the IDE in front of me. And let's start coding and understand the use of Java static variables. I'm creating a class student here. Let's define few variables. We're roll number, name, and let's create a static string which will be common to the all instances. So what can be common to all students? Of course, a school name or a college name will be common to all students, right? So I define static string college name and initialize with Newton School. As you can see, this is my constructor. And we discussed in the last video about the type of variable. So this is an instance variable. So where we have declared the constructor and we have initialized the value. Let's define a method to print the values as well. So this is our class. Let's create another class main, which will be public. Okay, so if we have to use any class, right, what we have to do is first we have to create an object and then access the values out of it. So I'm creating an object here. The syntax to create an object of a class is to use class name followed by the object here. So my name of the class is student. I define an object as one equal to. This will call the constructor of the class and give some values. Let's take the values of roll number as 1, name as Devang. Create another instance. Use the constructor to initialize the value. Name the roll number as 1 and name as Chanchal. Okay. Now, since this is display is a non-static method, how will I access it? I will access it using the object on. Let's see what output I get. Okay, so the output that I get is 1, Devang, Newton School, 2, Chanchal, Newton School. So you can see the name of the college name is common in both of them, which is Newton School. And this is actually the use case of a static variable, right? Static variable here. As you can see, all the instances, in this case I've created 2 instances. If you create 1000 or million instances, they all are using the same college name. Now here is a question, what if I have to change that name, right? Because I cannot call the static method using the class instance because it is not specific to the instance, it is specific to the class. So in order to modify it, what you have to do is, you can call it using the class directly. Something like student dot college name equal to launchpad. Let's see the output here. What has changed? All the output have changed to launchpad, right? So observe here, I was calling the display function using S1, which was the instance of the class, but I'm calling it the college name, which is the static variable using class only. So this is the advantage that we get in case of static variables. Let's move on to the next type, static methods. Let's start with the Java static methods. If you apply static keyword with the method, it becomes a static method, or to be better called class method. As we said, as we have already seen, a static method belongs to the class rather than the object of a class or instance of a class. So, a static method can be invoked without the need for creating an instance of that class. Even if the class does not have any object or instance, the static method can still be called. And last but not the least, static method can access static data member and can change the value of it. We will see this with the example of a live coding. And before that, let's understand a very important question. You must have seen whenever we define the main method, we define as public static void main. Why is the need for static void there? Why the main method needs to be static? Because if you don't make it static, then JVM will create an object. Then main call method will lead to the problem of extra memory allocation, right? Which in the case of the main method, object is not required to call a static method, right? So if you were using it as a non-static way, it will lead to create multiple objects of that type. That being said, it will end up leading to the problem of extra memory creation. That is the reason why make the Java main method as static. Let's see the code for the static methods. So in the last example, we have seen the use of a static variable. Let's modify the same code and introduce a static method in it. So let's say I want to change the course name. So I declared a static method change and it is of type void. Will comment this line because I don't need to change it. I will be changing it via static method. So in order to call the static method, as we have discussed, it is called by the class and not by the instance of a class. Let's see the output here. As you can see the output, it is launchpad because the initial value of Newton's tool has been changed. But if I comment this code, what will be the output in this case? It will be Newton's tool, right? So you understood the use of static method. Declaring a static method will make the changes and is accessed by using the class name instead of the instance of a class. Let's understand the third use case of static keyword, which is the Java static blocks. The third use case of static keyword is static blocks. So, a static clause is used to initialize the static data member. It is executed before the main method at the time of overloading. It is executed before the main method at the time of class loading. We have seen that example in our code. Let's understand a very good question. Can we execute a program without main method? The answer to this question is actually complicated. So before the introduction of JDK 1.7, it was possible. It was possible using the static block till JDK 1.6. But since JDK 1.7 came into picture, it is not possible to execute a Java class without the main method. If you try executing it, you will find an error something like JavaX fx application must extend Java application.application class. That is why in current scenario, you cannot execute a program without main method. That being said, guys, I hope you were able to understand the static keyword in Java, which context it is used, if it is used with a variable, how do you use it, if it is used with a class, how do you use it, if it is used with a block or a particular method, how it is used, and why it helps to share the memory instead of defining it to a particular instance of a class. That being said, I hope you like this video, and in case if you like it, make sure to subscribe it and do like the video and share with your friends. Don't forget to comment in the section what is the best part that you like and what is the next video that you want. Till then, see you.